What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis. Of course, this is TWA Motorsports, and today we're doing some wheel swapping. So you guys know, I told you guys when I bought this red truck, the original plan was to take the 20s that I had bought for the extended cab, put them on this truck. Well, the plans changed because I bought the red truck. And so what we are doing today is we are putting, I got some new tires. They're actually in the back. You can see my cover's all jacked up. You can't really fit 4 wheels and tires in the back of this truck. And but either way, I got new tires. I'm gonna show you that. We're gonna put those 20-inch GMC wheels on here, and I got some new center caps. You guys know that I had the black center caps. Well, I let those go with the 18s that went on the white extended cab. So I'm going to be putting new center caps in as well with the wheels and tires, and then we are going to take those tires that are on the red truck and we're going to put them on the black truck. So we're going to make everything look a lot better today, at least in my opinion. Let's take a look at what we got. This is probably, yeah, I figured that'd be pretty tight. But what we've got here, I went with Nittos, and the reason I did, I'm not a huge fan of the design of this tire, to be quite honest with you, but I have had them in the past and they actually ride really well and they're a decent price. I think I went with a little bit different size because I do think eventually I might lower this thing a little bit more, and these are actually pretty close to the size that's on it, so it's not going to be much of a difference. I think they're like 0.7 in diameter shorter, so that, what's that, break out to like maybe a 1/4 inch top and bottom when you split the difference. So they are a little bit smaller. They're a 275 40/20, and I'll list them in the description down below if you want to pick a set of these up. Like I said, I've had really good luck with the Nittos. While I don't love the tread design, it just looks weird to me. They seem to be relatively quiet and they seem to ride really well. So with that being said, these Michelins are actually in really good shape, and the wheels are they're in pretty good shape as well. I cleaned them up the other day when I cleaned the truck. We're gonna put these on this truck, and then I'm just gonna sell the stock wheels and tires here. So either way, I'm gonna unload these. I'm gonna have to jockey some stuff around to get this out of the way, get the Corvette out and move the truck in the garage. But either way, let's get started. So Corvette out, red truck in. Let's just do a time lapse on me putting all 4 of these wheels on. This is such a way better look. And we still got to put the center caps in. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But first, I'm going to go ahead and use my torque wrench, torque these things down to probably 110. That's what I've been doing generally on these guys, anywhere from 100 to 110. I will tell you that the front ones that I took off were in no way close to what torque spec was. They came off way too easy. So that's just a lesson to you guys. Anytime you buy a vehicle, you might take a wrench with you and just check the lugs before you try to drive it home. Now, I did trailer it, so it wasn't as big a deal, but I've been driving this thing without even thinking about that. So like oil changes, I should have, the guy did an oil change before I got there and he did show me pictures of that. But either way, it's a good idea to do some maintenance before you take something out on the road. But let's get these torqued down and I'll show you those center caps. So we got our new center caps here, and my uncle's probably watching this. Well, maybe he's not, I don't know. But he made the comment a couple times back when I was putting these on. He's like, I can't believe you didn't have, as picky as you are, you didn't have the logo facing the valve stem. And so I think what he's talking about, I'll have to ask him, but I think he's talking about the bow tie, the end of the bow tie facing where you put air in. So now it's in my mind every time I put one of these on that that's the way they need to face, is that facing. I don't know if that's true or not, guys. Let me know in the comments if if you've ever been picky like that, or if you've ever even heard of something like that. I don't know that I've ever heard of that. But now it's in my mind. And so every time I put them on, I'm gonna have them facing that way. I have in the past made the valve stems all face a certain direction. I don't do that much anymore because it's rear-wheel drive and there's gonna be some slip and it's gonna change the first time you drive it. But yeah, I am that kind of picky. So let's go ahead and snap these in. These are pretty well made, guys. I will say I think they're relatively cheap. I'll list them down below, but they look nice and they fit perfect and they match that finish on the wheel, that polished or machine finish. So we'll go ahead and put them all the way around. We'll step back and take a look at it, and then we'll swap out and get the black one in here. So what an incredible difference just a set of wheels makes. I think this looks way better. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So at this point, yeah, those wheels look way better. At this point, we're gonna pull the black one in and then we're gonna swap the wheels we just took off this onto it. So let's get it in the shop and get them swapped out. We now have the black one in here, and I actually think, I mean, look, those wheels look absolutely amazing on that truck, but I think this one's going to benefit even more because this is just such a cheap looking wheel that it just, I don't know, it just looks terrible. So let's get these things swapped out. I'll just time lapse this as well. A little bit different here because it is a plastic cap, so just be careful taking these guys off. Just go slow. You'll get those out of the way, and then you will have the actual lug nuts underneath it. Now I do not have another set of lug nuts like what's on that. I actually do need a new set because I don't know if you guys noticed, a couple of those were grabbing and sticking to my socket, which generally means they're about worn out. The ones that were nice and smooth didn't do that. But I'm thinking I may have some black caps for these. I'm hoping they're the thread-on cap style once I get the new ones on. So we'll just have to look and see. If not, I'll have to order some and we'll just use what's on it for now. But let's get going. So we are looking a lot better. The downside is I do not have the caps that I thought I could screw on these. It is the style that I was thinking, but the ones that I have are for an F body and they're just not big enough to go over this. So we are gonna have to see if we can find a set of takeoffs. That's the way I did when I did the other truck, the white extended cab. I bought a set of takeoffs off eBay. So I may try to do that again, but I do have the center caps. So we've got the GMC center caps that I saved from the old wheels. And I don't know, what do you face this direction? The C maybe? I left this one off. The other thing we need to do, other than obviously put the center caps in all the wheels, is we need to torque these wheels just like we did the other, somewhere between 100 and 110. And same way with the back ones, just the opposite of the red truck, the back ones on this, I didn't think my impact was gonna take it off. That's how tight they were. But let's go ahead and get the center cap snapped in, get these things torqued down, and we'll pull these things out and take a look at both of them. At this point, guys, we are all finished up. We've got obviously the Chevy wheels with the GMC emblems on the GMC, and man, it just makes it just crazy how much better that looks. Now, look, it's not as good looking as the wheels that I put on the red truck here, but believe me, it looks so much better. And let me know what you guys think. It just gives it a better look, in my opinion, more modern, and definitely better than those cheapy wheels that were on it. Now, as far as this guy goes, I mean, come on, this is such a good look for this truck. I really like these wheels. And you know, guys, while I don't think I'm going to ever put them back on the green truck. I had these on the green truck for a while, and several people were like, oh, you need to put those back on. I do like the LTZ Tahoe wheels that I have on the green truck, but man, it's hard to argue with this wheel. It's just such a good looking factory wheel. I wish I had like a couple sets. I'd put one on the black one as well, even though I'm selling it just to make it look good. Man, it would look so much better. But some stuff that I know this is a short video, guys, where I'm just swapping wheels and whatnot and not getting into a whole lot of content. I know a lot of you guys have been, you know, waiting on OBS stuff. That's really at the paint, so I'm not in a hurry on it. As far as the Trans Am stuff, I'm waiting for one little intricate piece before I can really dive in and keep going on that project. And then once I get my dad's SSR out of the way, we will be going on to the green truck. But in the meantime, I do have some stuff that I have discovered after driving this thing that I'm going to have to fix. Now, there's some imperfections in the paint and some dings here and there that I'm going to get fixed. And, you know, I'm not going to show you guys that because the PDR guy is going to do it. But as far as the what's going on with this truck, so the exhaust, I told you guys when I first got it, is making me absolutely nutty. It's too loud. We are going to be fixing that soon. But I also have noticed there's been 2 oil leaks, one in the front, one in the rear. And so the front one is actually from when they put the cam in. I'm assuming whoever did it just did a crappy job and dropped the pan down, probably didn't put any silicone in the cracks between the block and the pan, or the front cover and the block. And so it is leaking pretty substantially in the front. Now, not so much that it's like, you know, I have to worry about it driving at 70 miles a day. No, but I'm going to have to fix that. And so the other thing is I may end up doing a different cam, and we'll talk about that in just one second. But as far as the rear leak, that is actually the transmission. And once I get it up on the lift, you'll be able to see all this, but the rear seal on the transmission is leaking, and I'm pretty sure that the bearing has gone bad. There's a bearing in the end of those 4L80s, and I'm pretty sure the bearing has went bad, and we may have some more issues there. So it definitely is leaking quite a bit of trans fluid out the back. I've noticed, especially if you kind of rip on it a little bit, it leaks more. So we do have some stuff to do here. Like I said, that getting the exhaust quiet is step one, but I really need to fix the trans issue. The oil leak in the front, you know, that can wait. But the trans leak, I think it's going to be a problem, and it's going to cause more issues as we go. So definitely stay tuned for that, guys. It's not something I really wanted to work on, but it's going to have to be done. The other thing is, like I said, I think I might swap cams, and the reason why is the cam that's in this truck is a turbo grind cam. And I don't have any plans to turbo this truck at all, at least no time soon. I want to get the green truck turboed, and heck, I've had the twin turbo kit for the Trans Am forever. I want to get that finished before I do the green truck. So I don't really have any plans on turboing this truck. So this cam was actually spec'd for a super light, like a 3,000 pound or less car or vehicle, and for a Power Glide transmission. So it's really not even spec'd for this. And so this thing is completely gutless out of the hole and in that mid-range where you would want some torque. I think if I pulled it out here in the drive or out in the road and tried to stand on it from a stop, I don't even think it'd roll the tires over. Now look, the 4L80 has a 248 first gear set, and your like 4L60s, they have a 310 or a 3.10. And so a lot of differences there. You're going to get, you know, it's going to feel quicker out of the gate with the 4L60 as opposed to this 4L80. But with the combination of that cam making all of its power up top. Now look, when this thing gets to 4,000 RPM, it really comes alive. But I don't drive this thing at 4,000 RPM. And while it's cool and it's, you know, it's loud and noisy, it's annoying for a daily driver. So we are going to, I'm pretty sure, put a cam in it. I haven't decided on what I'm going to do. I am going to put an aftermarket one in. I'm not just going to put a stock one in. But the cool thing is it's already got a timing chain, already got springs, already got a high volume oil pump. So literally all we're going to have to do is just pull the old cam out, put a new cam in, but I will show you guys that as we go. But tell me what you guys think in the comments about the new wheels, about the plans for the red truck, or the plan. I wouldn't really call them plans because I wasn't planning on them, but now it's in the plans to fix because it's obviously an issue. But if you did like this video, guys, like always, please smash that thumbs up button. If you are not subscribed, please go down there, hit that subscribe button. Of course, ring that bell icon that notifies you every single time we drop a new video, and stay tuned to see what we work on next.